beat Karan Johar show to beat in Karan Johar show.
Yeah.
Is it going to be the same thing?
You know, when the rapid fire happened, I think Karan had cut the shot and he just looked around at the set and everyone was dumbfounded and he's like, can you actually keep this? And there were like a couple of people behind and said yes. I think playing a fictional character over here is guy who calls a spade a spade. And, you know, taking from that show that you just spoke about right now, I had to bear the brunt for it for quite some time for really calling a spade and saying things.
Your son, has he seen any of your work? Does he
Not
reflect
those
to
films,
it?
hell no. Not seen those films.
Yeah. But how you still deal with that image?
It's like that one of those running jokes that people it trends sometimes with a few people, but I think the people who have followed my career and the fans have always known back then also that there was more to it than just this. I think the people who it kind of sticks with are the people who have not seen my film.
So of course I was worried that there would be controversies, but then each time I would get peace by knowing the fact that this is being helmed by Karan Johar himself. तब कुछ होगा तो वो करण ही संभालेगा, हमें तो कुछ करने की जरूरत है नहीं. I think the industry gets a lot of people, a lot of limelight. Is why the industry is targeted. You know, you just blame people from the industry and it just gets picked up and it becomes the hot thing that happens because they would not be showing the other issues in the country. Probably they would be showing what a star has said or what a producer has said. So if the industry gets you a lot of limelight, is why you kind of get dragged into it.
I think it will be Mr. Bachchan to begin with. Still relevant after so many years and still passionate about films. Salman, SRK. I would like to add Amir. You know, people forget after a flop what that man has done for the industry.
Hi guys, this is Ankita. You're tuned to Bollywood Bubble, and today we have with us the cast of Showtime, Emraan, Mahima, and Rajeev. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Imran, let's begin with the order of seniority, or how should we go with the questions?
I don't know, whatever way you want to go.
Then I think you both will have a tie. Almost what, 2 decades and
I don't know,
counting?
when did you start? What?
2 decades.
2 decades.
Like what year did
2003.
Three.
मतलब मेरा
Same
पहला
year,
Yeah.
2003. My film released in 2003, yeah.
Yeah, so I
And
think...
she's also been around for the last
And
14
what
years.
month? What month?
ये मुझे याद नहीं है, seriously.
Mine was August.
Remember?
August
I don't
15th.
remember. So if I say कि मैंने काम करना कब शुरू किया था, I think I must have started a year back.
नहीं मैं release की
Yeah,
बात
I don't
कर रहा हूँ.
remember.
So, if you're talking about kahin to hoga,
Yeah.
September, ask me. Been there, done that. Been a fangirl, so will not
September.
take that away.
Thank you.
But Imran, first of all, congratulations, basking in the success of Tiger 3. And now, again, after long hiatus, coming to Showtime with an OTT presentation. Do you think you'll be able to repeat the same success? After all, it's all about success and failures, how we deal with this in industry.
I mean, we're always hopeful. I mean, we live and die in hope. But I'm very confident of this show because it's so new. It's so audacious. It's so novel. And it's like, you know, one of those dream projects you get. And I remember reading it and I told my team, I was like, you got to grab this because you seldom come across something that's so relatable for you. And then you know that the audience is so intrigued already by this world. And it's not frivolous. It's got its right dose of entertainment. It's nuanced. It's got entertainment. It's got it's got everything that kind of we would say a potboiler film needs. And you know, we got 7 episodes in this, and I'm sure that's going to have the audience hooked. So yeah, the whole vibe is feeling very positive at the moment.
Whatever I have seen of the show a little bit, these guys were nice enough to send us a bit of the footages. You guys are calling, I won't say pot shots, but you guys are calling out pretty much things, incidents, but in a manner which we have always seen.
Yeah.
They have always been in the news, in the limelight.
Yeah.
Was it ever a thought for any one of you it might land a bit controversial by the end of it?
It did cross my mind, especially with the character that I'm playing. And it did cross my mind that will it ruffle some feathers? Will it be too obvious? Though we do not know whether those are kind of verified things or not. But then these are stories that keep floating around. We keep hearing those stories. Since I've never had a personal encounter, but I've never seen them up close and personally, these superstars and whatever. So there was always this feeling that maybe I will end up. So you would tell the director and the writer that, listen, this is what you are asking me to do, and then you would do that. But it did cross my mind.
Mahima, what about you? Were you even worried that this might land up a bit controversial?
You know, my head didn't even go there because I was too engrossed with the kind of dynamics that my part offered. So I know, I mean, that thought didn't even cross my mind. I was really like blown away with the kind of opportunity, the fact that yeah, the show is based on Bollywood, but the premise is it's based on a dysfunctional relationships and a bunch of things along with it. So I mean I really didn't have any of those thoughts. I was just really overwhelmed and I think like I was like I gotta be on my toes and I gotta like pull up my socks because we have the actors that we have, and it's something that any actor would dream of to be a part of.
I'll just add something to what I said, sorry.
Sure.
So of course I was worried that there would be controversies, but then each time I would get peace by knowing the fact that this is being helmed by Karan Johar himself. तो अब कुछ होगा तो वो करण ही संभालेगा, हमें तो कुछ करने की जरूरत है नहीं.
इमरान, इनफैक्ट थोड़ा सा क्वेश्चन को अगर मैं टेढ़ा करूँ आपकी तरफ, यू हैव ऑलवेज called a spade. I mean, beat Karan Johar show to beat in Karan Johar show.
Yeah.
Is it going to be the same thing?
No, of course. I think playing a fictional character over here is guy who calls a spade, and taking from that show that you just spoke about right now, I had to bear the brunt for it for quite some time, for really calling a spade and saying things that even when the rapid fire happened, I think Karan had cut the shot. And he just looked around at the set and everyone was dumbfounded. And he's like, can you actually keep this? And there were like a couple of people behind and said yes. So I think that's quintessential Raghu in this show. He will call a spade. It's an unheld back look at this man who's audacious, who's at times foul-mouthed, extremely impulsive, crazily entertaining because of the personality that he is. But along with that audaciousness of the character and also the show of what it's putting out there for the audience of a film industry in a way that you've never seen before, it kind of unmasks also people and the facade that we always put up for the world. There has to be that, right? That overconfidence, that bravado. You can't always be that way, right? So it kind of unmasks the people behind the people that you've seen, that whole stardom and the sheen. So I think that's what people will really take to. That's what the meat of the show lies in that.
In last couple of years, I think Bollywood has gone a little sensitive in a way that they aren't able to take a joke on themselves. Everything gets...
Hasn't everyone?
Everyone gets offended. Everyone gets offended by
everything. It's not just Bollywood, it's everyone.
It's everyone. But then industry is a little ego battlefield as well.
It's just being targeted. Let's put it this way. Industry is being targeted. It's like a soft target. Is that what you're saying? That whatever somebody says, it just blows
it just
out of
lands.
proportion.
It just comes here. Everything just circles back and comes to here. Do you think that the show is also trying to tackle that part somewhere?
I think the industry gets a lot of people, a lot of limelight. Is why the industry is targeted. You just blame people from the industry, and it just gets picked up, and it becomes the hot thing that happens, because they would not be showing the other issues in the country. Probably they would be showing what a star has said or what a producer has said. So if the industry gets you a lot of limelight, is why you kind of get dragged into it.
For both of you, you are coming from the representation of, and very proudly from a TV backdrop to here. And what remarkable work you both have done. You have done since child artist. You've been working in this industry, and Sujal doesn't leave you till date. I will still say that there are people who will not let it go. Do you think you get tired by your image when you try to make a foray into, be it even an OTT platform or a show of this stature in a Dharma production?
Never. It was always all around me. Trust me. It was always all around me. But think of it. If you look at my career, I stopped playing that romantic lover boy, whatever I did on television. I never did that.
Yeah.
Post my second show, Left, Right, Left, I did not attempt a romantic character at all. I did not. The image is still stuck with me for whatever reasons. But I know. So I was never typecasted that way कि अब ये सिर्फ romantic role ही करेगा. मैं तो आमिर की थी उसके बाद में. Then I did Shaitan.
I know.
Yeah.
But I think somehow it never got the due to you.
It gave me a lot of views. No, I'm very happy. That's what I'm saying. The proportion that you think is not how I'm measuring it. People think, yaar, itna to bahut acha kaam kiya tha, but maybe only 10 of you saw it. So 10 of you think that it was like a huge performance and whatever, he should have got this much. But then I know that this is what I had put in and I got this much, which is like huge. So again, as he was also saying, कि perception दूसरों का अलग ही होता है आपके बारे में, आपकी success के बारे में, और success आप और define करते हैं. My definition is different. So I always did. Amir is a cult film which is shown in NSD, National Film of National Film Institute. Sorry, yeah. So people have told me कि सर वहाँ पे दिखाते हैं case study. Now you were saying that वो due नहीं मिला. What else? It's still running. I mean, it's still alive. It's just become a cult film, and people come and talk to me about the film. They dissect the film and they talk about it. So, I think much bigger than probably a film that would have earned 100 crore and then forgotten by Monday. So I think it just gave me longevity. These projects, whatever it is, and the kind of person I am. And I'm very happy and I have absolutely zero regrets about whatever I've done. So coming back to the point, no, I was never a captive of my image. I got those opportunities to say that TV की वजह से मुझे बहुत कुछ नहीं मिला would be wrong. I did get a lot of opportunities. I never thought that I would be playing a superstar because this was not my image. This is something that I don't even relate to.
Exactly.
This is completely like, अच्छा ऐसा भी होता है क्या? But then somebody asked me to play that character. So no.
Mahima, you have anything
You know,
to
I
add?
don't even know what tag to. I don't even know who make these tags and how. Like, because I'm often called a newcomer. I'm sometimes called a TV actor, and I don't even know what to stick to, honestly. But yeah, I mean, whatever I am and whatever experiences I've had, and the kind of fame, money, sense of financial security that I wanted to have, you know, when I started out, it's all because of television, and I've had huge experience on it because, you know, even on Showtime when we had about 7-8 scenes a day, और जब हमें dialogue सुबह मिलते थे, जब script end time पे change होती थी, I think all thanks to TV that, you know, I could mug up those lines, and I was always on my toes. So I did. There was no conscious decision to break that image, but I was always unlearning and learning, and probably because बोला जाता है TV actors को that there is a certain type of acting that you guys do, but I think we're just catering to the audience that we're supposed to. And जब आप अपने आप पर काम करते हो, when you also realize that yeah, probably this is not how it's supposed to be done, and when you're accepting and when you're ready to learn and work on yourself, things become more clearer. Yeah, to get my first break was definitely, you know, it was definitely a difficult task. But I don't really see it, especially with the exceptions that we have, as something. It's not an excuse anymore. I'm ready to prove myself. I'm ready to, you know, prove my talent, provided you get those opportunities.
Imran, if it's about image, you have forever lived the serial kisser tag. I don't think it leaves you ever. And at times I feel that it also discounts for the performances and the work which you have put out, that the tag doesn't go away. Your son is now a teen.
Yeah, he's 14. He's
14
just turned
now.
14, yeah.
Yeah. Has he seen any of your work? Does he reflect
Not those
to
films,
it?
hell no. Not seen those films.
Yeah. But how do you deal with
He
that
hate me for
image? But how you still deal with that image? It
I
always
don't deal
comes
with it.
across.
No, it comes out in a question or two here and there. It's not. It's like that one of those running jokes that people it trends sometimes with a few people. But I think the people who have followed my career and the fans have always known back then also that there was more to it than just this. I think the people who it kind of sticks with are the people who have not seen my films.
Exactly.
It's that surface tag that they have seen, and they've not ventured out to actually getting to know the actor behind it or going through the filmography. So it becomes this, you know, this catchphrase. You know, catchphrases are always cool to kind of address and, you know, tag someone with because it gets a few laughs here and there. But to the people who matter, it doesn't really, because they followed my work and I've always been trying to give out some new stuff to them, and they're enjoying it thoroughly, and I'm enjoying doing the work that I've always been doing. Yes, at one point I did take, I was very proud of the stuff I was doing. I was playing up to an image also. I was reaping the benefits. There were successes because of that image. People went and bought film tickets because of that image. I was probably the only one who was probably blessed or the unfortunate to have that image, but it was just something that just this very surreal way worked for me. Yeah, so that's what it is.
And lastly, it's for three of you. You all can answer. It's just a one-word thing, because we are talking about the superstars and we are talking about the rise and fall of stardom. In today's time, when we know the dwindling culture of the superstar, I don't think it exists anymore. There are barely any there left. But if I have to ask you, who will be your forever superstar in your eyes? Like anyone in the showbiz.
I got to think about this. Let's start with Rajeev.
I would say Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. For me, a superstar would be Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. The kind of films that he has done, the variety of role characters that he has played, I think he would be my superstar forever. Yeah.
What about you, Mahima?
I have a bias,
Go
but
on.
I have
Two?
two.
Okay, fine, give it. Two.
Obviously, for the opportunity and the faith that Salman sir had in me, and he gave me my first film, Antim. So him, but the king of romance, Shah Rukh sir. I don't think there's anyone like him.
Lastly, with you.
Yeah, I think it would be any one of these, actually, all of them, all of the above. I think it would be Mr. Bachchan to begin with. Still relevant after so many years and still passionate about films. Salman, SRK. I would like to add Amir. People forget after a flop what
Yes.
that man has done for the industry. Swum against tide and given the films that he's done, and not playing up to the star and still giving this huge. First 100 crore film was Amir Khan.
And he broke
So
the image
Khans,
of.
yeah, Khans and Mr. Bachchan, and my favorite of all time, Dilip Saab.
Any day. But thank you guys. Thank you so much for doing this. I know we are short on time, but I'm looking forward to this one, and I hope there are more tales to tell and maybe season 2 to do further.
Yay,
Thank you.
Fingers
All right.
crossed.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.